Okay, everyone, am I clearly audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, organic chemistry, some basic principles and techniques. Some basic principles and techniques. All right. So we have just started this chapter, means we have just had a little discussion about the introduction of this chapter. Right. So we have heard that organic compounds are made up of one particular substance or element, okay, that is essential for any organic compound, and that element is none other than carbon, right? So why carbon is so special? Okay, what is the speciality regarding carbon for which it is present in every single organic compound? इसमें ऐसा क्या है जिसके वजह से ये एक एक ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में प्रेजेंट है? There are several properties of carbon, like, let me show. First of all, it is tetravalent. It is tetravalent. Okay. First of all, it is tetravalent. Secondly, it can form multiple bond. All right. Next, it can show, or rather, we can write, it has the property of catenation. It has the property of catenation. Right. So these are the properties of carbon. It can form multiple bond. It is tetravalent. It can show catenation. So these are the reasons for which we can get so many compounds containing carbon. Okay. So first of all, what is tetravalent? Tetravalent means the valency of carbon is 4, like this. 4 hands of carbon. Okay, carbon can form multiple bond. That means you can have a carbon-carbon single bond. You can have carbon-carbon double bond. You can also have carbon-carbon triple bond. So many options are there, right? It has got property of catenation. Catenation means the ability to form long chain of similar elements. So this is called catenation, like this. Okay. Now a very important thing is there. Remember, if you see something like this, if you see something like this, carbon carbon single bond, then remember both the carbons are having sp3 hybridization. Okay, if you see a carbon carbon double bond, that means the carbons are sp2 hybridized. If the carbon carbon triple bond are there, that means the carbons are sp hybridized. बुझा गया? Is it clear, everyone? Another interesting thing is there, that is, if there is a single bond, that means single bond means one sigma bond only. If there is a double bond, that means one sigma bond and one pi bond. And if there is a triple bond, that means one sigma bond and two pi bond. Understood? Single bond means one sigma bond only. Double bond means one sigma, one pi. Triple bond means one sigma, and 2 pi. Understood? বোঝা গেল?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
Okay. So this was a very easy thing. Now let's try a question. It is there in NCERT. How many sigma and pi bonds are present in sigma bonds and pi bonds are present in each of the following molecules? Each of the following molecules. Number A, HC triple bond C, CH double bond CH single bond CH3. Now let's have a look. Can you do this? Let me show how to do this. See, first of all, you need to write this organic compound in the way that I am writing now. This hydrogen and a single bond carbon. Okay, now a triple bond and this carbon. Again a triple bond, a single bond and one hydrogen like this, and a double bond like carbon, another hydrogen like this, and a single bond carbon CH3, one carbon and three hydrogens like this. Any doubt regarding the structure that I have written?
No, sir.
Yes. Any doubt? Shobik, any doubt?
नो सर।
Now,
समझ नहीं, एक बार फिर से बोलना।
कौन सा वाला? ये वाला ही?
यही यही वाला।
कहाँ से तुमको समझ में नहीं आया? तुम ये बोलो मुझे थोड़ा क्लियरली, किस जगह पे
जी सर।
प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? देखो, कार्बन को कनेक्ट करने की कोशिश करो। ये कार्बन हो गया ये वाला, दूसरा ये कार्बन है ये वाला, थर्ड कार्बन दिस वन, फोर्थ कार्बन दिस वन, फिफ्थ कार्बन दिस वन। अभी देख रहा है?
हाँ
अभी दिख रहा है ठीक से पूरा? देख लो,
हाँ।
कोई डाउट है तो बोलो। बिल्कुल नीचे नीचे कार्बन लिखा है मैंने, हाइड्रोजन को पूरा खोल के लिखा है, बस सिंगल बॉन्ड देके। क्लियर ना?
हाँ सर।
ओके, तो अभी देखो मैंने क्या बोला यहाँ पे ऊपर देखो, एक सिंगल बॉन्ड का मतलब हो गया एक सिग्मा बॉन्ड, एक डबल बॉन्ड का मतलब क्या है? एक सिग्मा एक पाई, और वन ट्रिपल बॉन्ड मीन्स वन सिग्मा एंड टू पाई। सो कैन यू टेल मी हाउ मेनी सिग्मा बॉन्ड्स आर देयर? देखो, कुछ सिग्मा बॉन्ड ऐसे है कि कार्बन कार्बन सिग्मा बॉन्ड, राइट। कुछ सिग्मा बॉन्ड ऐसे है कि कार्बन हाइड्रोजन सिग्मा बॉन्ड, राइट। तो कितने ऐसे बॉन्ड है? एक एक करके
10।
बोलो। पहले कार्बन कार्बन, हाउ मेनी कार्बन कार्बन सिग्मा बॉन्ड्स आर देयर?
4.
4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4 carbon carbon sigma bonds are there. Nice. Next, carbon hydrogen, how many? Carbon
6.
hydrogen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. हो गया? 6. किसको समझ में नहीं आया? ठाकनिक বুঝতে পেরেছো?
यस सर।
ধ্রুব বুঝতে পেরেছো?
Yes, sir.
So sigma bond has been finished. Now let's come to the pi bond. So how many types of pi bond is there? Only one type, that is carbon carbon pi bond. How many?
3.
Three. Here we have a triple bond, that means two pi bonds. Here we have a double bond, that means one pi bond. So overall three pi bonds are there. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now can you do another one? Let me give you one question. CH3, কেউ কিছু বলতে চাও?
হ্যাঁ স্যার,
হ্যাঁ বলো।
বলছিলাম যে ওই যে পাই বন্ড সিগমা বন্ড যখনই জিজ্ঞেস করবে তখন কি আমরা টাইপ গুলো বলবো নাকি একবার টোটালটা কাউন্ট করে বলবো?
দেখো টাইপ গুলো বলে দেওয়া ভালো। It is better to mention the types, whether it is carbon carbon or carbon hydrogen or anything else. It is better. যদি বলতে পারো তাহলে ভালো। ঠিক আছে?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
CH3, CH2, C double bond C, না triple bond C, single bond CH2, single bond CH, double bond CH2. Now this one, এটা করো, do this one. Oh, let me add a question here. Let me add a question here. How many sigma pi bonds are present in each of the following molecule? Also, let me write here. Just a moment. Also mention the hybridization of each of the carbon atoms. Okay. Also mention the hybridization of each of the carbon atoms. Okay, first of all, let's do this first. After that, we'll mark the hybridization of the carbon. Okay, quickly complete this and tell me what is the answer.
স্যার কার্বন কার্বন সিগমা বন্ড 6, কার্বন হাইড্রোজেন সিগমা বন্ড 10 আর কার্বন কার্বন পাই বন্ড 3।
Okay, let's see. बाकी सबका ऐसा ही आया क्या?
हाँ सर, हो गया।
हो गया? ओके, तो कार्बन कार्बन सिग्मा बॉन्ड कितना? 1 2 3 4 5 6.
6.
So carbon carbon sigma is 6. Let's see how many carbon hydrogen sigma is present. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So carbon hydrogen sigma is 10. All right. Now carbon carbon pi. How many? Only 3. 2 pi here and 1 pi is here. So 3. Is this the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's write down the hybridization. So what is the hybridization of this carbon? Let me tell you: 1 2 3 4 5. One by one, tell me the hybridization of the carbons. that I have marked. C1. Yes. Is there any triple bond attached with this carbon? Is there any triple bond attached to this carbon? So if it is triple bond, so what is the hybridization? sp. So just mark sp over here. Here also sp. Next, double bond. That means sp2. Double bond sp2. Single bond sp3. Understood? Similarly, what about this one? Single bond sp3. Single bond sp3. Here you can find a carbon with triple bond. So that means sp and sp. This one again single bond sp3. This one with a double bond sp2. This one also with a double bond, that means sp2. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
I hope you people will be able to do it now. Another question is there in NCERT. That is, what is the type of hybridization in each of the following carbon? Number 1, number A, CH3Cl. Number B, CH3CO CH3. Number C, CH3CN. Number D, HCONH2. Number E, CH3CH double bond CH single bond C triple bond N. Now one by one. First one, number A, Chobik, hybridization. কোনো ডাবল বন্ড আছে?
না
ট্রিপল বন্ড আছে?
না
তাহলে কি হবে?
এসপি
আরে sp,
ও না 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 সরি
sp3.
sp3
What about the second one, क्षितिज? टर्मिनल कार्बन बोलो पहले, उसके बाद बीच वाला ये बोलोगे. टर्मिनल कार्बन बी, टर्मिनल वाला कार्बन. क्षितिज क्विकली, टर्मिनल पोजीशन का कार्बन. यस, डबल बॉन्ड ट्रिपल बॉन्ड तो नहीं है. sp3 इसमें भी तो
एसपी
बीच वाले में एक डबल बॉन्ड है, तो दैट इज वाई sp2. अच्छा, नंबर सी, टर्मिनल वाला. ध्रुव बोलो, टर्मिनल कार्बन. दिस वन
sp3
sp3. What about this one?
sp
sp, very good. What about this carbon, Chagnik? Chagnik, double bond থাকলে
Sir, sp2.
হ্যাঁ,
sp2.
double bond sp2. अच्छा, सौम्यदीप, नंबर ई, ch3
सर sp3
sp3. अच्छा, ch
sp
sp. सलोनी, दूसरा वाला ch.
sp3
हाँ, sp3
अच्छा सर sp2
sp2. अच्छा, sp2. पहला वाला भी sp2 ही होगा. आखिर में राइट हैंड साइड का
sp
sp. So this is how it is done. Okay. Now I hope you people will be able to do this kind of questions. Okay, not very tough, very easy, in fact. Okay, let's move on. So how should we represent an organic compound? So the structural representation of organic compound structural representation of organic compounds. How to do the structural representation? Okay, so an organic compound can be represented by three ways. Okay, first of all, a complete structural formula. Secondly, a condensed structural formula. Thirdly, a bond line structural formula. So complete structural formula, condensed structural formula, and a bond line structural formula. Okay, so first of all, we will see how a complete structural formula looks like. So let's give a heading: complete structural formula. Suppose, আচ্ছা সৌভিক,
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
তুমি আমাকে একটু আগে বললে ওগুলো মাথা খারাপ হয়ে যাচ্ছে, ওগুলো হয়েছে পরে?
না স্যার, ওই যে পরে আরেকটা টিউশন ছিল, তো টিউশন করার পরে যে তোমারটা
ওইভাবে
জয়েন
হবে না,
করলাম।
ওটাকে বুঝতে হবে পড়ার আগে না, ওটাকে বুঝতে হবে এমন একটা সময় যখন অনেকক্ষণ তোমার হাতে সময় থাকবে, তখন ওটাকে নিয়ে বুঝবে। ওরকম ভাবে আগে আগে তাড়াহুড়ো করে টিউশনের আগে ওটা হয় না। এগুলো রাত্রিবেলায় বসবে, সকালবেলায় ক্লাসের আগে বসবে, ঠিক আছে?
আচ্ছা আচ্ছা
এরকম একটা সময় নিয়ে, কারণ গন্ডগোল হবেই, কারণ মিলবে না সব সময়, ঠিক আছে? তো তোমাকে দেখতে হবে, ঠান্ডা মাথায় ওগুলো করতে হবে। ওগুলো হুটহাট করে তাড়াহুড়ো করে হয় না ওইভাবে। ইউ হ্যাভ টু গিভ সাম টাইম।
আচ্ছা স্যার।
এটা এমন কোনো কঠিন জিনিস না, একদম ইজি জিনিস, কোনো মাথা কাটানোর ব্যাপারই নেই। সবকিছু জানো, সবকিছু জায়গা মতন বসাবে, বসিয়ে আনসার বার করবে। বুঝতে
আচ্ছা
পারলে?
স্যার। স্যার ওটাতে কি তাহলে ডায়াগ্রাম করতে হবে?
না না, আমি তো আগেই বলেছি, নো নিড টু ড্র এনি ডায়াগ্রাম।
আচ্ছা
ডায়াগ্রামটা আমি করিয়েছি অনলি বোঝানোর জন্য, আর কিছু না। ওকে
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
ওকে, complete structural formula. Suppose, let me take a alkane like C2H6. This is what the name of the alkane is: ethane. Okay, suppose I have taken C2H4. The name of this alkene is ethene. Suppose I have taken C2H2 and the name of the alkyne is ethyne. Okay, now I'm supposed to draw their complete structural formula. So how will I do it? See, two carbons are there. Simply I will add two carbons with a single bond. Okay, now 6 hydrogens are there. So like this. This is called the complete structural formula. All right, this is the structural formula of ethane. Similarly, this is the structural formula of ethene. And similarly, this is the structural formula of ethyne. So this is the complete structural formula. You have to open all the bonds in a complete structural formula. You have to show every type of bonds present in a complete structural formula. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, second one, that is the condensed structural formula. Condensed structural formula. In the condensed structural formula, you will not show the hydrogens, like only the carbon carbon main bonds you will show. Okay, or suppose sometimes we will not show any kind of single bond even. So what should be the condensed structural formula? C2H6, that is ethane, will be written like this: CH3 single bond CH3, or sometimes it will be written like CH3 just, that's it. Okay, similarly C2H4, that is ethene, will be written as CH2 double bond CH2. This is ethene. Similarly ethine will be written as HC triple bond CH. So these are the way of representing in condensed structural formula. This is ethane, this is ethene, this is ethine. All right, understood? Next, the bond line structural formula. Suppose let's take a larger molecule, for example CH3 CH2 CH CH3 CH2 CH3. This is an organic compound, so we have to represent this organic compound with a bond line structural formula. So how will we represent this? Let me show you. See, in this case we will not show a single element in the bond line structural formula. So then how will we show this? We'll only show the bonds present. See the carbons, how many carbons are there that I have marked? 1 2 3 4 5 in the main chain, and one carbon at the bottom as the branch, right? So we'll just mark the carbons with dot. 1, how many carbons will join at first with the main chain?
5.
2 3 4 5, and one carbon at the bottom. Understood? So if the terminal dot that I have drawn there, it represents a CH3. Okay, the carbons that I have marked with red, they represent the CH3. Okay, the carbon which has got two another carbons with both the sides, I have marked with the blue one, they denote CH2. Okay, and the carbon exactly in between, that represents the middle one, that is the C. Understood? This is called a bond line structural formula or bond line structural representation. Is it clear, everyone? Now let's take another example so that things becomes more and more clear to you. Let's take this one. Let's take another example. Let's take this one. So this is what type of representation? It's a what? Condensed structural representation, or it's a condensed structural formula. Now, can you represent this in a bond line structural formula? That is the question. So this is the structure, and you need to represent the structure in a bond line structural formula or bond line structural representation. So how will we do it? First of all, we will mark the carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 7, here one 8, here one 9. So we'll just take these carbons, all right, and we'll show them with a dot. 1, it is joined with this one 2. It is joined with a triple bond with another carbon 3. Here it is joined with a CH2. Here it is joined with a CH. Here it is joined with another carbon like this. Here it is CH3. Here it is again CH3. And here it is CH3. Are you understanding what I am doing? Just mark the carbons. That's
স্যার
it.
এটা আরেকবার এখানটা একবার বোঝাও তো।
কোন জায়গাটা বলো?
এই যে এখানটায় স্ট্রাকচারে।
ভালো করে দেখো, কার্বনগুলোকে আমি জাস্ট মার্ক করেছি, আর কিচ্ছু না। আর তোমাকে কিচ্ছু করতে, ইউ উইল হ্যাভ টু শো দ্য কার্বনস অনলি।
আর
দেখো,
জিগজ্যাগ কখন করবো?
হ্যাঁ বলো।
এর আগেরটা যে ওই যে জিগজ্যাগ আঁকলে না,
হ্যাঁ নিশ্চয়ই, you can also draw it in a zigzag fashion. See,
वो
सर
मैंने
मुझे इसके पहले वाला समझ में नहीं आया।
पहले वाला नहीं आया या ये वाला नहीं आया?
सर पहले वाला।
ये वाला आ गया?
सर कार्बन को सिर्फ डॉट से शो करना, बट पहले वाले में
हाँ, वही
आपने
तो
ये
किया।
ऐसे कुछ
इसमें भी
ये
तो वही किया, देखो।
सर कुछ ऐसे जिगजैग जैसा क्यों किया? स्ट्रेट लाइन में नहीं कर सकते?
एक्चुअली zigzag में ही करते हैं, क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम मैं तुमको एक चीज बताऊं। देखो, मैं मेरे पास यहाँ पे कलरफुल इंक है, देयर इज नो इशू विद दैट, ओके। लेकिन ऐसे एक्चुअल में क्या है, ऐसे जब हम कंडेंस्ड से बॉन्ड लाइन बनाते हैं, ठीक है, तब मैं डॉट डॉट से दिखा रहा हूँ ना, ये डॉट तुमको नहीं दिखाना है। मैं अभी डॉट क्यों दिखा रहा हूँ? सो दैट यू पीपल कैन रिकॉग्नाइज कि मैं कौन सा कार्बन दिखा रहा हूँ कहाँ पे, ओके। इसके बाद क्या होगा, आई विल रिमूव दीज डॉट्स, ओके। सो आई विल रिमूव दिस डॉट्स। बेसिकली डॉट्स तो होता नहीं है। अभी देखो, CH3 सिंगल बॉन्ड C, ट्रिपल बॉन्ड, यहाँ पे एक ट्रिपल बॉन्ड हो जाएगा, ये जुड़ जाएगा और एक कार्बन के साथ, ये कार्बन जुड़ जाएगा एक CH2 के साथ, ये कार्बन जुड़ेगा एक CH के साथ, ये कार्बन जुड़ेगा एक CH3 के साथ। नीचे क्या है? CH है, यहाँ पे CH3, यहाँ पे CH3। देखो जरा, कैन यू
हाँ सर।
locate every carbon that is present here? Let me locate them by giving a random number: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is 7, here it is 8 and 9. Okay, so let me see whether I have written the right one or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Can you locate the carbons? This is the actual representation in bond line structural formula. Anyone having any doubt? If you are having doubt, then we'll do another one. If you are not having any doubt, then also we'll have another one. So let's proceed. Suppose this is the structure. So how will you represent? This is basically a cyclic compound. Okay, organic compound can be cyclic. We will show that definitely. So this is a cyclic compound, and the representation is a condensed formula. So can you represent this in bond line? Can you represent in bond line formula? Yes.
तो यहाँ पर क्या ऑक्सीजन है?
Yes, यहाँ पे ऑक्सीजन है. ऑक्सीजन को ऑक्सीजन ही लिखना है. ठीक है.
हाँ सर.
Any kind of heteroatom, if any kind of heteroatom is there. Acha, what is a heteroatom other than carbon and hydrogen? In organic chemistry, heteroatom का क्या मतलब है? Heteroatom means atoms other than कार्बन एंड हाइड्रोजन. क्या हो सकता है? ऑक्सीजन हो सकता है, नाइट्रोजन हो सकता है, सल्फर हो सकता है, क्लोरीन हो सकता है, फॉस्फोरस हो सकता है. ये सारे हो सकते हैं ऑर्गेनिक कंपाउंड में. ओके, so just convert it into its bond line formula. Yes, how will we do this?
স্যার
Then, hey, Monishankar,
বন্ডলাইন স্ট্রাকচারে আমরা শুধু খালি কার্বন কার্বন বন্ড মানে কার্বন কার্বনের মধ্যে বন্ড যেগুলি আছে সেগুলি দেখা, নাকি অন্য অ্যাটম মানে হেটেরো অ্যাটমের সাথে যে বন্ড আছে ওগুলোও দেখাবো?
দেখো তুমি যদি হেটেরোঅ্যাটমের সাথে বন্ড না দেখো ওই জায়গাটা কি করবে? তাহলে খালি তো থাকতে পারবে না.
সাইক্লিক তো হবে না.
তাহলে that means you'll have to show that heteroatom. Heteroatom obviously will have to show. যে কোনো heteroatom. ওকে,
হ্যাঁ স্যার.
হয়েছে এটা? ডান.
ইয়েস স্যার.
बाकी क्षितिज हो गया?
एक मिनट का.
हाँ, किए हो इसको? क्षितिज से पूछ रहा हूँ, किए हो
सर?
इसको? हाँ बोलो.
हाँ सर.
सर जहाँ पर ऑक्सीजन है वहां पर क्या करना है? ओ
वहाँ पे
लिखना है या फिर जैसे करते हैं
वो
नॉर्मली
लिखना
वैसे?
है. यू हैव टू शो द हेटेरोएटम. ये तो बोला मैंने अभी.
हाँ
अब
सर हो
कितना
गया.
कार्बन है देखो. हाउ मेनी कार्बन्स आर देयर? 1 2 मेन चेन में, 3 4 5 और एक ऑक्सीजन है. राइट. सो 5 कार्बन्स एंड 1 ऑक्सीजन. सो 1 2 3 4 5. ये 6 नंबर में क्या होगा? ऑक्सीजन.
ऑक्सीजन.
तो कनेक्ट करो इसको. उसके बाद यहाँ पे देखो एक CH3 है 7 नंबर में. सो इसको ऐसे कनेक्ट कर दो. हो गया. इसमें क्या है? 1 2 3 4 5 6 and here it is 7. Okay, understood everyone?
ইয়েস স্যার.
बहुत अच्छे. Any doubt? Anyone? Shomadip? No doubt?
না স্যার.
আচ্ছা, শাগনিকের কোনো ডাউট? শাগনিকের কোনো ডাউট? শাগনিকা তো আছে. আমি তো তোমার প্রেজেন্সই বুঝতে পারি না. হ্যাঁ শাগনিক বলো, কোনো ডাউট? তুমি কিছু একটা বলছো কিন্তু তোমার কথা শোনা যাচ্ছে না. তুমি তাহলে লিখে দাও এখানে. ওকে, Acha. Now let's do a reverse question. For example, I'm giving you a structure which is a bond line structure, and you'll have to convert it into a condensed one. So let's take this one. Let's write it. It is given in a condensed form, right? Sorry, bond line form. This is a bond line form. You'll have to write it in an open chain structure. Okay, complete structure. So just write down complete structural formula, not condensed even. Complete structural formula. So how will you write it? Will you be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
Just have a try. When it is done, just tell me. Okay. If not done, then also tell me. Done.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the 6 carbon atoms present here. So CH2. বাকিটা গ্রুপ করেছো? Here we will have a CH only. Next, single bond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go up to 11. So this is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So with the 11th carbon, we'll have two branch, 12 and 13. So let's add these two branches, 12 and 13. So with this 11, we have got 14. Okay, 14 has got two branches, 15 and 16. So this 11 will have a branch of 14, will have 15 and 16 with it, and 17th one, and the 17th carbon will have three branches, 18, 19, 20. So it has got 18, 19 and 20. Understood? So just fill this with hydrogen. Here it will be CH2, here it will be CH2, again CH2, again CH2, here CH3, CH3, here one CH, here also CH, CH3, CH3, here CH3, CH3, here also CH3, and in between only C will be there. Understood, everyone? কোনো ডাউট কারুর?
না স্যার।
বাকি কারুর কোনো ডাউট?
না স্যার।
নেই? ওকে। আচ্ছা, সন্দীপন কি ঢুকেছিল নাকি আজকে? না মনে হয় না।
না স্যার।
হুম, ঠিক আছে। So this is how the organic compounds are represented in several ways. Okay. So now what we will learn? We will learn the representation or the classification of the organic compounds. So what are the classes that are present in organic compounds? So an organic compound can be classified into two main categories. What are the two categories? One we call an acyclic or open chain compounds. Second one is known as cyclic, or it is also known as closed chain. Okay. Now these cyclic or closed chain compounds are also further divided into two categories. What are these two? These two categories are, one is known as alicyclic compounds, another one is known as aromatic compounds. Okay. Now these alicyclic compounds are further classified into two categories. One is homocyclic, another one is heterocyclic. Hetero, I have already explained that term. Hetero, okay. What is hetero? You know. Again, we will discuss, obviously. Okay. Now the aromatic compounds also further classified into several categories. Okay. What are the categories? One is benzenoid, another one is non-benzenoid, and the third one is heterocyclic compounds. So one by one, we will have to see, or we will have to know every single kind of organic compounds. Okay. So acyclic or open chain compounds you have already learned in class 10. They are categorized into two major categories. What are these? One is saturated. Another one is unsaturated. Okay. Saturated organic compounds are also called alkanes, and unsaturated organic compounds are further classified into alkenes and alkynes. All right. Alkanes means only carbon carbon single bond will be present in that particular organic compound. It is also known as hydrocarbons. Okay, what about alkenes? Alkenes mean there is a carbon carbon double bond. All right. On the other hand, the alkynes are the ones which have a carbon-carbon triple bond. Okay, there might be other groups that can be present with these uh, acyclic compounds. Okay, for example, rather than alkane, alkene, or alkyne, we can have other class of organic compounds. So let's discuss them here at the bottom. So acyclic compounds. So there are several organic compounds who can be classified as acyclic organic compounds. Okay, so what are these? First of all, number one, we have already seen hydrocarbons, like hydrocarbons, like alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes. Just we have learnt about these three, and later on we will discuss these three in detail. You know that. Next, many more compounds are there. Okay, like this one, CH3OH. This is a class of compound which is known as alcohols. Okay, alcohols. This one, this is known as ketone. Okay, this one, it is known as alkyl halide. This one, this is known as ether. This one, it is a nitro compound. Okay, this one, it is known as ester. This one, it is known as a carboxylic acid. So these all are the acyclic compounds. They all fall into the category of acyclic compounds. Okay, if there is no ring, that means it's an acyclic compounds. Okay, if there is a ring, then we will call it a cyclic compound. Okay, now cyclic compounds can be of two types. One is an alicyclic compound, another one is an aromatic compound. Okay, what about an alicyclic compounds? See, in alicyclic compounds, they are basically combined with a carbon-carbon containing ring. The atoms, okay, carbon atoms, they are joined together by a ring. Ring means like this. Suppose this one. Let's draw this like this. Suppose this one. This is known as cyclohexane. Okay. Suppose this one. This is known as cyclobutane. So this is cyclobutane. This is cyclohexane. This is cyclopentane. This is cyclopentane. Okay, we'll learn this in detail, so no need to worry. What about heterocyclic? So as we have discussed, this word hetero stands for atoms rather than carbon and hydrogen. So an example of heterocyclic compound is this one. Okay, this one. So they all are heterocyclic compounds. That means there must be the presence of atom other than carbon and hydrogen. Okay, that means the presence of a heteroatom. All right, understood everyone? বোঝা গেল? The alicyclic compound means the ring which is formed by carbon-carbon bond, obviously. If there is presence of any other compound, other element or other atom, heteroatom, then we will call it heterocyclic. একটা অক্সিজেন গ্যাস চলে গেল ভেতরে, suppose one nitrogen is there, suppose one chlorine is there, suppose one phosphorus is there, then that is a heterocyclic. Understood? Any doubt up to this? No. Okay. So aromatic compounds. What about aromatic compounds? See, aromatic compounds is little bit different from the alicyclic compounds. To understand aromatic compounds properly, we need to learn a few concepts like resonance. Okay, resonance we have just learned a little bit in chemical bonding, but that is not sufficient to learn organic compounds. Aromatic compounds. So in this chapter only, we will again learn uh, resonance, and after we learn resonance, we'll discuss aromatic compounds again. Okay, but as of now, let me show you what are the types of aromatic compounds. So aromatic compounds are of three types. One is benzenoid, another one is non-benzenoid, and another one is heterocyclic once again in this case also. So benzenoid means there must be the presence of a phenyl ring or a benzene ring like this. So benzene itself is a benzenoid aromatic compound. Okay, so this is benzene. Okay, now suppose this one. Let me draw this over here. Suppose this one. This is known as naphthalene. Okay, this is known as naphthalene. That naphthalene which is present in the wardrobe. Okay, naphthalene. If you add another ring like this, so it will become anthracene. So this is anthracene. Okay, let me write down the name. Anthracene. So they all are benzenoid aromatic compounds. They all are benzenoid aromatic compounds. What about non-benzenoids? An example of non-benzenoid aromatic compound is something like this. Let me show you. So this is called tropone. This is called tropone. There are many more like this. Okay, this one, suppose this one. This is also a non-benzenoid aromatic compound. The name of this compound is cyclopentadienyl anion. This is tropone. This is cyclopentadienyl anion. Okay, and many more are there. Next, a heterocyclic compound, like heterocyclic aromatic compound. Suppose this one. This is a heterocyclic aromatic compound. It looks like a benzene, but it is not benzene because one carbon is replaced by a hydrogen. The name of this compound is pyridine. Pyridine is an organic base. Okay, it is used in many organic reactions. Okay, there are many more. Pyridine is a heterocyclic organic compound. This is another one. This is known as pyrrole. Okay, and many more are there. Furan, thiophene, many more are there as examples. Up to this, any doubt?
স্যার অ্যানথ্রাসিনে
হ্যাঁ বলো।
অ্যানথ্রাসিনের ওখানে অল্টারনেট ওই যে ডাবল বন্ড থাকে না, তো প্রথমেরটায় আর একটা ডাবল বন্ড
কি হয়েছে বলো।
অ্যানথ্রাসিনে ওখানে কি প্রত্যেকটা অল্টারনেট ডাবল বন্ড বসাবো না?
হ্যাঁ তাই তো বসিয়েছি দেখো।
ওই প্রথমেরটা একটা নাই, ওখানে কি ওটা বলছে?
প্রথমে একটা নেই। আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে, চলো নিচে আসি। এই যে অ্যানথ্রাসিন, আপ টু দিস ইজ ইট অল রাইট? ঠিক আছে এত অবধি?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ওকে, ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে।
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ঠিক আছে, নেই? ঠিক নেই?
এইখানেই বলছিলাম
এইখানেই সমস্যাটা হচ্ছে। আচ্ছা বলো কোন
হ্যাঁ
জায়গায়
স্যার।
সমস্যাটা হচ্ছে?
মানে সেকেন্ডেরটা ঠিক ছিল, তো
হ্যাঁ,
থার্ডেরটা বুঝলাম না, ওই অল্টারনেট হয়ে গেল আর একটা।
আচ্ছা বুঝতে অসুবিধা হচ্ছে তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে চলো। দাঁড়াও 1 মিনিট। তুমি চাচ্ছ এরকম হোক, তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
ঠিক আছে তাই হোক। এনি ডাউট?
না স্যার।
আচ্ছা এবার আবার একই সমস্যা তাই তো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ,
হ্যাঁ
কোথায় একই সমস্যা হচ্ছে? এই জায়গায়?
হ্যাঁ, ওইখানে আর একটা হতো না, ওটাই বুঝতে।
এই জন্যই তো এই জিনিসটা দেওয়া। এটা কি জিনিস? হোয়াট ইজ দিস? রেজোনেন্স।
বুঝছি বুঝছি বুঝছি। হ্যাঁ।
বুঝতে পেরেছো?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
তাহলে অ্যাজ আ রেজাল্ট হাউ ক্যান উই রাইট দিস? This is the structure. Okay, understood
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
everyone? Any doubt?
না স্যার।
বাকিরা?
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
নেই কোনো ডাউট? আচ্ছা চলো। So functional group, homologous series, these things we will discuss a little bit. Okay, after that we'll move towards the nomenclature of organic compounds. So functional group, what is functional group? It is a group of atom which determines the property of a organic compound. The property of an organic compound. Okay, see this one. What is the name of this compound? Quickly tell me.
মিথেন।
Methane. So everyone knows the name of this organic compound. This is methane. So it is known to everyone. So no issue with that. Next, suppose I am taking this one. Can we write methane like this? Tell me. Can we write methane like this?
স্যার।
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we can write it like this. No issue. Suppose if I change it with this one, what I have done, I have just changed this hydrogen with an OH group. So now this is no longer a methane, this is methanol, which is an alcohol. Its taste is different, its odor is different, the property is different, Everything is different. Melting point, boiling point is different. Everything is different. Previously, it was an alkane, and now it has become suddenly an alcohol. Suppose if I change this OH with Cl, again the property is changed. So this is now alkyl halide. Econo alkyl halide. Now alcohol, now alkane. Now suppose if I change this Cl with another group, suppose for example this one COOH. This particular group is another group COOH. Okay, this has now become a carboxylic acid. Okay, suppose this one has changed to this one. Now it has no longer carboxylic acid. Now it has become an aldehyde. All right. Now let's take another one, CH3 OCH3. Now this oxygen is another functional group like this. This is now ether. Now let's take this one, NO2. So this is now a nitro. This is now a nitro. So as you can see, these groups of atom, okay, they are representative. They are responsible for the property of the organic compound. The CH3 I have kept constant, as you can clearly see. CH3 में कोई भी चेंज मैंने किया नहीं, बस एक हाइड्रोजन था पहले CH3 में, उसको हटा के एक के बाद एक, एक के बाद एक, एक के बाद एक ग्रुप में ऐड करता गया. So as a result, what we can see that they are different organic compounds. They are resulting in a different organic compounds. So these are the functional groups. Understood? Any doubt?
Sir,
Yes.
halide,
हाँ.
halide halogen বলে না?
Halogen?
মানে হ্যালাইড যে গ্রুপটা আছে Cl,
হ্যাঁ.
ওটাতে কি সব হ্যালোজেন গুলি?
Any halogen can be there, like fluorine can be there, bromine can be there, iodine can be there. I have just used chlorine for example only. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the functional groups. Later on we will discuss several types of functional groups in detail. So let's discuss another topic which is known as homologous series. A homologous series is a series of compounds. A series of compounds where the consecutive members differ by a CH2 group or 14U molecular mass. Okay, 14U of molecular mass. Let's take some example. Suppose this is methane. All right. Now if you add a CH3 with this CH2 with this methane, so it looks something like this, right? We have just added a CH2. Similarly, with the second one, if you add one CH2, one more CH2, so it will look something like this. Right? Can you see? Now add another CH2. So what we are doing, we are just adding a CH2 group. We are just adding a CH2 group. We are just adding a CH2 group. So we are getting an upgraded member of the alkane family. The first one is known as methane because it has got in only one carbon atom. The second one is known as ethane because it has got two carbon atoms. The third one is known as propane as it has got three carbon atoms. The fourth one is known as butane as it has got four carbon atoms, and so on. So this series is called homologous series. Okay, understood everyone? Why 14U? 14U means it is increasing by a CH2 group. So carbon is 12 and two hydrogens are there. So 12 plus 2, that is 14 atomic mass unit. Molecular mass, increase of molecular mass like this. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
क्षितिज कोई डाउट?
नहीं सर,
यस,
नहीं सर, नहीं।
कुछ बोले? सुनाई नहीं दिया मुझे, फिर से बोलो। कोई डाउट है?
नहीं सर।
अच्छा, बाकी को शाग्निक?
No, sir.
अच्छा, सोमोदीप, सलोनी?
না স্যার ঠিক আছে।
সোমদীপ, শুভদীপ? শুভদীপ বলছি, সৌভিক?
ঠিক আছে স্যার।
ঠিক আছে?
হুম।
Okay. So now let's start this nomenclature. Okay, let's learn some fundamental things about the nomenclature of organic compounds. 5 minutes more, and after that we'll stop here. Okay, so nomenclature of organic compounds. Suppose the first type of organic compounds that will have to do the nomenclature will be an alkane. Okay, an alkane is a saturated hydrocarbon. Okay, so for example, let's take this one. So this is a very simple alkane. So what do you have to do first? पहले तुमको longest carbon carbon chain ढूंढ के निकालना है. Which one is the longest carbon carbon chain? A longest carbon carbon chain can be like this. It can be like this. It can be like this, but it can never be like this. बाकी पॉसिबल है, लेकिन वो चेन टूट नहीं सकता. ओके, you cannot break the chain. So obviously you can see this is the longest carbon carbon chain, and we'll do the numbering 1 2 3 4 like this. So 4 carbons are there, so that means 4 carbon means it is butane. Okay, with the second carbon you have got a methyl group, so it is 2 methyl butane. Understood? 2 methyl butane. So before we continue, okay, next day we will complete the homologous series of alkane, alkene and alkyne. After that we will continue this. Okay, otherwise you people will face some difficulty. Okay, so next day first we will learn the, what should I call it, homologous series. Okay, after that we'll come back to this nomenclature. Okay, it's a long thing, long process. You have to keep patience and you have to learn the nomenclature. At least a full day will be needed to discuss every single type of nomenclature. Okay, after that many things are there in this chapter also, like isomerism and all. It's a long chapter, not a very small chapter, so it will take a little bit of time. Okay, So okay, that's it for today. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. If you do not have any doubt, then I can stop it here. Anyone having any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Chalo, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.